What up, YouTube? You already know. Big Lou tapping back in with what it do with Big Lou. NFZR2, baby. First time you're coming to the channel, be highly appreciated. If you sub, like, and share the channel with your family, friends, folks, peoples, gente, buddies, pals, amigos, and panas. That being said, I'm coming to you now on a third video regarding this individual. It's none other than, if you don't already know and are aware of the two other videos I already made, this is concerning a baseball player, fellow Boricua, Carlos Correa, right? Okay, so I already reported to you guys in a video that he signed a 13-year deal with the San Francisco Giants to play shortstop for them for a $350 million contract, which is just under $27 million a season. He did not pass the physical. And then his agent, who is Boris, Boras, I think his first name's Scott, negotiated with the New York Mets, where he signed a 12-year deal, so 1 year less, and $315 million. That did not end up working out. They end up having some. I was reading a lot of different things. They were having issues on stipulations in the contract, so those probably were incentives maybe for all-star appearances, hitting so many hits, so many home runs, so many. If you hit for a certain average, if you're an all-star, if you're a Golden Glove, if you're a Platinum Glove, all that stuff, they give you incentives, more money if you do that, if you reach any of those, right? But they had an issue also with the ankle. I guess he has a problem with his ankle and he can't pass the physical. Excuse me. So now, like I said, this is the third video with Carlos Correa, about Carlos Correa, right? And his where is he signing? Who's he signing with? So what ends up happening? He's staying where he was, where he decided to opt out of his contract with the Minnesota Twins. So he's gonna stay there now. For it seems to be for 6 seasons for $200 million. Re-signed with the Twins for 6 seasons and $200 million plus investing options that could increase the value of the deal to $270. So again, those are probably like I said, if he hits over 280 or 300, if he's an all-star, he'll get an increase. If he, hits 200 hits for the season or 170 hits or however they negotiate it. If he hits 30 home runs, if he hits 25 home runs, if he hits 40 home runs, if he hits, 80 RBIs, if he hits 100 RBIs, 120 RBIs, there'll be incentives. So it says that he could make up to 270. So that's $70 million more that he could perhaps obtain, probably from his play. I would imagine Golden Glove, all that stuff. You know what I mean? So that's what happened there. But this is I want to go back to 2022-2023 off season. So on November 2nd, 2022, Correa opted out of the final 2 seasons of his contract and became a free agent. On December 15th, Correa and the San Francisco Giants agreed to a 13-year deal for $350 million, like I had mentioned. A press conference scheduled for December 20th to introduce Correa as a Giant at Oracle Park was canceled 3 hours before it was to begin. As the Giants found an issue with Correa's physical exam. The Giants were reportedly concerned with Correa's ankle, right, which I had mentioned, which he had injured in 2014. So this is almost a 10-year injury, 8-year-old injury, we'll say, which it is, or almost 9 years, right? We're in 2023 now. As the Giants wanted to renegotiate with Correa's agent, Scott Boras. With Correa's agent, Scott Boras, reached out to other teams and reached an agreement with the New York Mets, like I mentioned, on a 12-year contract worth $315 million. However, the Mets also had concerns with Correa's ankle from their physical exam, okay? And that's what led up to this. As the Mets attempted to renegotiate with Correa, Scott Boras re-engaged with the Twins. So on July 11, 2023, Correa reassigned with the Twins for 6 years, $200 million plus investing options that could increase the value of the deal to 270. So yeah, some people could look at it like, the negotiation was a bunch of bull. They couldn't keep their word or whatever. But I believe his agent Scott Boras was doing his thing. He was doing his work, working behind the scenes, and doing, obviously, more money he gets his client, the more money he's going to get paid. I'm pretty sure that's how that works, right? It's just like a real estate agent. He goes and sells a house that's worth, say, $300,000. He sells that house and he sells another house that's $150,000. He's going to make more commission off the $400,000 house or the $500,000 house, $350,000 house compared to one that's half the price. Obviously. So he was doing his thing, and because of the ankle injury, he got half. He only ended up signing for 6 years, compared to the 13-year contract with the Giants, and then the 12-year contract with the Twins. You know what I mean? He's an international star, right? He played for Puerto Rico in the 2017 World Baseball Classic and he played along with these other young stars, Francisco Lindor playing short and Javi Baez as the team's second baseman. Correa played as Puerto Rico's third baseman. Correa batted .333 during the tournament with 3 home runs, 9 RBIs, 10 runs scored, and 2 stolen bases, including a home run in the semifinals. Following the conclusion of the tournament, he was named to the 2017 All-World Baseball Classic team. So, also, he's as a taller shortstop at 6'4", 220 pounds, he relies on footwork and a more upright, ready position to hop to the ball. He also utilizes a one-handed pickup to leverage his long arms and range. He also uses a jump hop when throwing to first base while fading towards third. And we already know he's a Golden Glover. He's also a Platinum Glover. What that means is, okay, they got Golden Gloves they named for every position, and then they determine, now it's a new award. It's a few years old now, but they determine from each league who was the top defensive player for each league, and they get that. I believe they do it for each league. If they don't do it for each league, they just do it one player overall, and he got the Platinum glove before. It's a little bit of personal thing about him. He was involved in charity work, including helping children in Houston after Hurricane Harvey, and his hometown in Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria damaged the island in 2017. In March 2020, Correa donated $500,000 in medical equipment to help the city of Houston during the COVID-19 pandemic. That's what I think all sports players, all singers, entertainers, actors, all that. I think they all need to do it. Don't forget where you come from. You know what I'm saying? Especially the ones that come from the inner cities and some of the, countries, the less fortunate countries. You know what I'm saying? As well. Let's see. Trying to figure out. He's got some awards, but I'm trying to figure out. Let's see. All-Star Futures Game Selection 2013. American League AL Rookie of the Month for June 2015. The Darryl Kyle Award 2017. The Astros Most Valuable Player 2021. Players' Choice Award Outstanding Rookie 2015. Premios Juventud. Deportista de Alto Volaje. He won that in 2016. AL All-Star Shortstop 2021 and AL Rookie of the Year 2015. Those are some of the awards he's won. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what's in the future for this guy. You know what I mean? Give you a little background. His name is Carlos Javier Correa Oppenheimer Jr. So Oppenheimer, I believe that's maybe Jewish, right? So he might have some Jewish blood there. He's born September 22nd, 1994. Is a Puerto Rican professional shortstop for the Minnesota Twins of the Major League Baseball. He also played in the major leagues for Houston Astros, who selected him first overall in 2012. That's another thing. He's only the third Latino to ever be picked first overall. He joins Alex Rodriguez and Adrian Gonzalez. Uh, he's a shortstop. He throws right, bats right. Uh, he made his debut on June 8th, 2015 for the Houston Astros. And so far, his major league statistics are he's a 279 lifetime hitter with 155 home runs and 553 runs batted in. He played for the Houston Astros from 2015 till 2021 and the Houston and the Minnesota Twins from 2022 till present. He's a two-time All-Star, 2017, 2021, World Series champion 2017, AL Rookie of the Year 2015, Golden Glove 2021, that Platinum Glove, like I mentioned, 2021, Fielding Bible Award 2021, and then, like I mentioned earlier, he All World Baseball Classic Team 2017, silver medal for the World Baseball Classics 2017 LA. Correa made his major league debut, like I mentioned, with the Astros in 2015 and won the AL Rookie of the Year award. In 2017, Correa appeared in the World Baseball Classic, won the AL Player of the Month award for May, was named a Major League Baseball All-Star, and won the World Series in 2017. In 2021, he was named to his second All-Star team and won the Gold Glove and the Platinum Glove awards. After 7 seasons with Houston, he entered free agency and signed a 3-year deal with the Minnesota Twins, which he later opted out of after his first season with the team. Following that was all that bull crap fiasco with the Giants and the Mets, where that both deals fell apart due to his failed physicals. So what he do? Like I mentioned, his agent was working and doing his thing, and he signed that 6-year, $200 million deal with the Minnesota Twins, with the possible up to 70 million. Probably incentives. So there you go. Well, here I'm going to give a little more background about Carlos Correa. Despite being the youngest high-profile player to enter the 2012 Major League Baseball draft, in the months leading up to the event, the 17-year-old Correa was already projected as a top 10 pick by several major sources, including Sports Illustrated and ESPN. His stock rose during the month before the draft with outstanding performances in team workouts, including one that reportedly left the Houston Astros scouts blown away. By June 4, 2012, the Astros selected him as the first overall pick ahead of the projected top pick pitcher Mark Appel. Correa was incredulous, also saying that he must have been dreaming after entering the stage while hoisting the flag of Puerto Rico with the selection. Correa became the highest selected player to be drafted directly from a Puerto Rican high school, besting Ramon Castro's 17th pick in '94, while joining several other top 10 Puerto Rican picks such as Francisco Lindor and Javier Baez, all of whom have moved to the mainland U.S. to complete their high school or college education after developing in the local youth leagues. Correa became the third Latino to be first overall selection in Major League Baseball draft after, like I mentioned earlier, Alex Rodriguez and Adrian Gonzalez, as well as first Puerto Rican and Latin American born player to do so. During the ceremony, he was congratulated by Puerto Rican great Ivan Pudge Rodriguez upon returning to Puerto Rico the following day. Correa was greeted by a victory parade in his native Santa Isabel, which was attended by hundreds of people. He signed with the Astros on June 7, 2012, agreeing to a $4.8 million signing bonus. He chose to wear the number 12 in his introduction to the media, donning it in homage of Hall of Famer Roberto Alomar, but abandoned it afterwards. The organization assigned him to their extended spring training team in Kissimmee, Arizona, Florida. He began his professional career with the Gulf Coast Astros of the rookie-level Gulf Coast League and was promoted to Greenville Astros of the rookie-level Appalachian League and batted a combined .258, batting average .305 on base percentage, and .400 slugging in 190 at-bats. He was ranked the top prospect in the Astros farm system prior to the 2013 season and opened the year on a 10-game hitting streak that was halted by injury. So he, you know what I'm saying, he had a lot of, I would say, coming in that young, right? I think what was he born again? I forgot. 94. So in 2012 when he got drafted, he was 18 years old, freshly out of high school. So, that's a lot of pressure on him. But you know what? Thus far, he's been playing. He's had some good seasons. He's already got a ring. He's a champion already. He got a ring, couple All Star appearances. Rookie of the year. He's got a Golden Glove. He's got a Platinum Glove. If he can stay healthy, he can really produce some good stats. In the 6 years with the Twins, and perhaps move on or whatever. I don't know exactly what his contract is. He signed a 6-year deal. Maybe he's got something in there where he can opt out after 3 seasons, 4 seasons. They didn't mention that, so most likely he don't have that. But he's produced some numbers, so decent numbers. 22 home runs, 24 home runs. So far, if he can stay healthy, he can produce a lot better than that. But like I said earlier in other videos, shouts out to him. Good for him. Getting the deals he got. This one's a lot less. From the original one, it's 7 seasons less and $150 million less. The second team, the Mets, that was the first one with the Giants. 13 seasons, $350 million. Like I said, it was just under $27 million a season. Now and then he goes to the Mets, 12 years for $315, right? So that's 6 years less and $115 million less than what he ended up signing for. So now he's signing for 6 seasons, $200 million. So what does that break down to? If it was $180 million, that'd be $30 million a season, right? So hey, matter of fact, he's getting this way he's getting paid more money, actually, right? Because 350 million broke down on I think 26 million 900,000, something like that. It was 26.9 mil. So, like I said, 6 seasons times 30 million a season, that's 180 million, right? So he's signed for 200, so that's more. So hey, yeah, now I realized that right now he signed for even more, just less time, which is better. Because Will Clark had come out saying that they should only want to sign somebody for about 5 seasons, and he has a point there because only good thing is that Correa is 29 years old, but I don't even think he's 29 yet. He's 28. He's born in 94, so we're in 2023, barely the first month. He's born, I think, September, so he's only 28. So, when you sign a big contract like that, 12, 13 seasons, luckily for him, he's in his 20s still, but if he was to fulfill that whole contract, 13 seasons, he'd be about 41, 42 years old when he finished it. If he even lasted that long. And usually, you always got to, your numbers are gonna go down. It just happens. It's inevitable. You get older, your numbers go down. Injuries is always plays a part. A lot of players can't stay healthy. Every season they miss games, they get injured every season. So that's a big point that Will Clark has. I definitely agree with that. And so signing for 6 years, look at he ends up making more money, and then he has even possible 70 more million he can make. If he whatever the incentives are. You know what I mean? So with that being said, Big Lou's gonna go ahead and close this one out. I got a lot of things coming up. Couple different videos I got going to be dropping the next couple of days. Hopefully you guys like it. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. That being said, again, Big Lou tapping on out.